Hello, it's the 13th of May and here we are in the peace orchard. This is a very small hairy pear tree which Stephen has planted in the last winter. The peace orchard is going to become an area of wildflowers in long meadow grass with tall perry pears. It'll be a low maintenance area and we won't be spraying it. The meadow can be cut by hand with a scythe. Here Steve is cutting some nettles and docks. They've become rather rampant. Now nettles make a very good green manure plant. So when we've finished, the areas of very thick nettles we can rake off and use to mulch the potatoes. They'll help to feed the potatoes as they rot down, and they will maintain moisture in the soil, which is becoming a serious problem this year again, as we haven't had enough rain. The song of the scythe is so much prettier than the drone of the strimmer. It's also much more selective. You can carefully avoid cutting down the wildflowers that you want to keep and encourage them to grow and seed. But you can take out the nettles and docks, any ragwort, any pernicious weeds. I think a skilled worker with a scythe can work more fast than somebody with a strimmer as well. Steve, should we go over to the vegetables and see what's going on there? We're stepping very carefully through this long grass. We've decided it's a rather snaky environment. It's the sort of place that snakes would like to hide.
These potatoes have come on very well.
They have. These are the new potatoes, the Red Duke of York.
We chucked to clean the apple store out, chucked out last year's apples. We were eating a few of these, still one or two left at home. Second week of May, so mostly we chuck them out now.
These will rot down and make a nice acidic mulch in the trenches. Very moisture retentive. There's the onions and the shallots coming on nicely.
Yeah.
We had our first pick of broad beans, didn't we, last night?
Amazing, yeah.
They're still a bit small, but they're very nice.
These are small. You can eat them whole, I think, at this stage.
You can, yeah.
Some people do, that's quite an expensive treat. They'll get a lot bigger than that.
When they're very small, you can just fry them with some garlic and little bacon bits.
Yeah.
Dressed in a bit of olive oil, it's lovely. You can see the little seeds are coming up that we sowed a few weeks ago now. Some lovely red lettuce in there. The radishes are marking the rows of parsnips. Parsnips are slow to germinate. There's one down here. So we put a few radishes in, which mark the rows, help us to weed. And we've got some carrots. There's a little carrot seedling. We grow the carrot root fly resistant ones.
I did a couple of videos earlier looking at the rootstocks. I was digging up, there's a few areas where roots of trees have been left and there's still a lot of rootstocks up. I dug these up, separated them out, and I've planted them out here. Going to let these grow away for a year and then I'll graft onto them in a year after that if I've taken. In fact, here's one I did earlier. This is a golden harvey. That's a cider apple.
Did you graft that this winter just gone?
That's right, that was grafted on a 111 rootstock arising from an existing tree. I've grafted onto that and it's grown away. Golden harvey, rare variety, a friend. Let me have some wood from. I should have taken this off. I'll take that off very briefly. Yeah. And while we're here, might have a quick look at the plums. This is Opal or Victoria.
That's Opal.
And have we thinned this already?
We have.
Goodness.
And do we need to do it again? Oh boy, yes.
Yeah. Branch breaking crop there.
And look how much they've grown since we thinned them.
Look, there's a foot there between my two hands. There's about 1 foot. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. There's about 20 plums in a foot.
Yeah.
What do you think we should have?
4.
Oh no, 6, sure. If we leave all of these plums here, you'll break the branch. We know it's happened before.
And especially it's windy this year.
Yeah.
The branches are thrashing around in the wind and they can snap off very easily. And
This looks
look
terrible.
at this cluster up here.
You can hardly bring yourself to do it, but if we don't thin these
Like
plums,
bunches of grapes.
the weight of them will break. Of course, if you have a great deal of time on your, if you've got a lot of time on your hands, well, normally use a tool to do this. I'm just doing it to make a point. You could put a lot of stakes and supports up, and you know, support the plums, and maybe just get a fantastically heavy crop. But we haven't got time to do that, and we'd rather thin these out so we'll get larger plums. This is Opal. It's, I think, a very similar quality to Victoria, but it's ripe probably 3 weeks earlier, so there's a great benefit. Nearly everyone grows Victoria, so if you grow a few Opal as well, you can get into the market before the Victoria are ready. There's a lot to be said for having one of each. Yeah, we have to spend a lot of time thinning these this afternoon, aren't we?
Yes.
Anyway, plums wouldn't normally be as big as this second week of May, but we've had this incredibly early summer, haven't we? We had incredibly
warm
dry,
spell.
warm weather. I posted a video a few years ago with hail on the plum blossom, and I remember saying, oh, we don't have any 8 plums this year, and we didn't. But this year we had sun on the plum blossom, and we've got an enormous crop of plums coming. I wish we lived in a country where it was legal to distill your own eau de vie, but it isn't. Of course, I would never think of breaking the law.